We're being joined by Ehiozuwa Agbonayinma. He's a member of the APC. I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on Sunrise as well.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to our viewers out there.
You've been watching this episode and seeing how these herders have repeatedly been accused of killings in Benue State. What's your views to this?
Well, it is sad living in a country where every Nigerians, I would say that we are supposed to be our brother's keeper, be patriotic and living as brothers and sisters. Growing up, I lived in Benue State for many years. I lived in Calabar, Cross River for many years. I lived in Imo for many years before I went to the United States of America. And those things, those values that I used to see are no longer there. Something is wrong, and I must say that it is not about the government. Yes, government should be responsible, should be accountable to its citizenry. But again, we civilians, citizens, also have a role to play. What is being played out, as you can see, are people who feel that they have the authority, they have the power not to obey the law, whether the state law or the federal government laws. We have so many laws, and no one individual is above the law. And anyone found one thing should be apprehended and prosecuted. So this issue we are just discussing on the pages of newspaper and the television, should it be so?
Do you think your party acted too late?
Listen to me, it's not just the party acting too late. This is not about party issue. This is Nigerian issue.
But your party is in the head.
Let us not politicize it.
Head of affairs, and it is indeed you're under your purview.
Let me tell you something.
Your government.
Those that were killed. Some of them probably belong to APC, some belong to PDP, some probably are not members of any political party. They are Nigerians and they have the right to live. And nobody has the right to take another man's life. So the laws are there. That is what I'm saying. The law enforcement should take the right procedure by apprehending those that are found wanting. So if a law is created by the people of the state, we have state assembly who prescribed, who sponsored, and the bill was passed into law. And if it is now a law, it must be adhered to. And no one, no individual, no Nigerian, highly placed, whether big, tall, rich, whether you're a billionaire, millionaire, should go against the law of that state or the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So let us not begin to mention. My problem is this: we try to jump into a conclusion by politicizing everything that's happening in Nigeria. I just came from Ethiopia a few days ago. Look, this Ethiopia and South Africa is in Africa here. I am paying. These are countries that Nigeria used to support. But today, they are placed peaceful, people well organized. Look, what is wrong with us? Something is wrong. We must check ourselves. What are we doing? Let us not put APC, so PDP or APC or Afghan Labour. No, this is Nigerian problem. We must solve it as a nation, as one individual. Collective effort. That's the only way we can move forward. Okay. All this pointing finger will not get us anywhere. Mr. President Buhari have the power to do the right thing, and now we must also support him, encourage him. This is not issue that we should take as this Benue issue.
If I may come in here.
Go ahead, my brother.
We're going to play a film. We'd like you to listen to it and then respond to what the request the young man has made in that film. Can we have that film?
Nigeria grazing reserve rules and laws of 1965. So the pastoralists, particularly in northern Nigeria, they are not a new phenomenon. They have been there, they have been part and parcel of the geographic space. It's just that we have over days neglected the agricultural development, particularly that have to do with livestock development. We have grazing reserves, about 417 grazing reserves in northern Nigeria, only about 113 that have been gazetted. What we are calling for is the creation of a commission that will revive these grazing reserves, develop them, and ensure that these pastoralists are settled gradually over time. Okay, you cannot do this by fiat. It's not overnight.
Honorable Agbonayinma, he's talked about a grazing reserve, that a grazing reserve commission should be established, that he's asking for there. But before this particular, he said to me about he wants a national policy to come into place that will help to resolve this thing. We had a guest here I think on Monday, who also talked about the federal government coming up with a law to help to resolve this matter. You're talking about living in peace, Nigeria. No politics here. You're a lawmaker. From what you've heard here, this today and what I mentioned about someone making that request some days back, what do you think should be done? Or what do you do?
Unfortunately, I disagree to an extent to his disposition. First, let me say everybody have the right to their opinion, but that right that you have shouldn't jeopardize the majority of this country. And if he wants to sponsor a bill for a law to be enacted, he should go and look for ways and means to do that. But until that is done, nobody has the right to go against the law of the land, the current and the present standing law. Now, I'm saying this. You're having a grazing reserve. Those cattle rearers, they are doing business. If they want to do business, if they want to acquire land, to have ranches, they can do that. You cannot say now because you want to put the burden on the federal government or the state government or local government that they must give you a land. What about those who are farming? Those who are doing other businesses?
What would the lawmakers do to end this? As a lawmaker, what would you do or what have you done to end it? Let me tell you. It didn't just start now. Listen. This is not just Benue. It's happened all over the country. So what have you lawmakers done?
This is a war against within Nigeria.
Yes.
So it's a problem. It's a fundamental issue that all of us should put heads together. The National Assembly, we are doing our part. We have existing laws. We have laws in this country, for God's sake. All this thing you are hearing, it is just for the fact that we have not been able to adhere to the three principal tenets of democratic doctrine. Look, what do you do with somebody who disobeys the law of the land? What do you do when somebody take a gun or knife to mutilate, to kill somebody, another individual? Is it the one you discuss on the pages of newspaper or on the television? No. The law should take its course. It should be, that person should be apprehended. How can you, look, $1 billion, like they are saying that the Federal Executive Council, they gave $1 billion for security issues. It's not even what? $1 billion cannot bring the life of one Nigerian back. So everyone that is found wanting that have taken law into his or her hand should be brought to book to the latter. And this is not about APC and the PDP, my dear. This is something that is very serious. So or it will consume all of us.